Hi, my name is John.
And my name is Lloyd.
And we're the hosts of The Pint,
a pop culture podcast.
Lloyd, if you had to tell any of the people out there that might be listening to The Pint for the first time about anything unsavory or disconcerting we might do on the show, what would you warn them about?
Well, sometimes we drop spoilers, and sometimes we swear like motherfucking sailors.
Fuck yeah, we do. You heard it from him. You've been warned.
Listen in.
Hey there, everybody. Welcome to a brand new episode of The Pint. My name is John, and I'm your host this evening. I'm a host for what? Pick Your Poison. Oh boy, if you've ever listened to The Pint, you know this game. It's essentially the NSFW version of Would You Rather. I have 3 contestants on this evening, and I picked contestants other than the first one that have never played the game with us before. Because I wanted to hear some fresh opinions. It's always great to hear Stu, cry about like his pain tolerances and we've had Larry on and stuff, but I wanted to get some new folk in here. So first of all, first contestant is the co-host of The Pint, a pop culture podcast. If he had gray hair, he'd be a silver fox. He doesn't. He's just a regular fucking fox.
Oh, you're so generous. Oh my God.
It's the Manster. Manster, are you ready for some? So I have 6 different questions. Would you rather? Are you ready for these?
The password is Meat Hook. Oh, is that the wrong game?
The password is Bucket O Cum.
Yeah, that's my screen name today.
Yes, it is.
Yeah,
these questions.
I'm prepared for these questions.
You have to be.
Yeah.
These questions, by the way, I want to put it out there. All the cards were picked by my wife, Lindsay. I told her, I said, dig deep and remember what we did and didn't do. And if there's something in there we did do before, I'll either put it back or I'll figure out a new configuration. So she picked all the cards and I put them into their little piles. With us from Recent Activity, podcast. We had those guys, 2 of the guys on about 3 weeks ago where we talked about the top movies of 1998. The third member who we did not allow on that show, we just said no fucking way, is our good buddy Chris. Chris, are you ready to answer some seriously gross questions?
I am ready. I have my nipple clamps on. I am, yep, I'm all ready. I just want to add, I was just too young for 98, so that's why I couldn't participate.
Chris, I know what year you were born in, and that's bullshit.
Shut up. The audience doesn't know that.
And finally, from Connecticut Cult Classics, from CT Horror Fest, and from HorrorNewsNetwork.net. A lot of horror. Do you hear all the horror I just said? It's our boy Shawnee Mack, who's been on the show a bunch of times. Now, Sean, I just want to correct myself because I thought about it when I said this. You've never played Pick Your Poison. You played Swearmints with us once or twice, right?
Yes, I played Swearmints, not Pick Your Poison, so I'm looking forward to this.
All right. And Sean, are you ready to have listeners of the show approach you with your choices and say, you would rather do this than that? Are you crazy? Are you ready for that?
I can't wait to be accosted on the street for my choices tonight. So let's go.
All right.
Let's hope we don't get a poop milkshake question.
There's always possibility of a poop milkshake when we play Pick Your Poison. So game rules apply. We're not playing the regular ones, as we always say. It is an actual game, pickyourpoison.com. Go check it out. Go to amazon.com. You can buy it there as well. But we're just doing, the pint version, which we've done many times. Essentially, I'm going to read off 2 cards from the game. Again, we're playing with the NSFW version. We're not playing the regular version. And then I'm going to go around and I'm going to give everybody a chance to ask me a qualifying question. Me being the host, I am the god of this episode. I get to choose like the little qualifiers. We'll go through that, and then I will go to each one of you, and you will tell me what of the 2 horrifying choices that you would give. So we're going to start with question 1. Let me grab the 2 cards.
Are you going to be a malevolent god or benevolent, or a little mixture?
I'll be a mixture.
All right.
I'll be a mixture. All right.
Keep us on our toes.
Keep you on your toes. All right. So the first question is, or the first two options are, pardon me. Eat a 6-ounce portion of scabs. Eat a 6-ounce portion of scabs, or swim in a pool of warm urine. All right. I'm going to go to Chris first. Chris, do you have any qualifying questions of these two?
Are either my own?
Neither are your own.
God.
Oh, that's a good question, Chris.
Thank you. Wow. I like to know what I'm eating. All right.
Shawnee Mac,
Yes.
any qualifiers?
Yes. Whose piss is it?
Swim in a pool of warm urine.
Well, actually, let me just say human or animal.
We're going to go human. I'll make it human if that's better. But this is a pool. And by pool, I don't mean like a kiddie pool. This is like an Olympic sized pool that you've got to swim in, or not even Olympic. This is just like a backyard in-ground pool. Let's say big enough, right? Filled to the brim with warm urine.
Can I ask one more?
Yeah, you absolutely.
Yeah.
I'm horrible with metrics. 6 ounce. What's that about? Like a little sirloin, or what are we talking?
Yeah, 6 ounces is like a small steak, right, Lloyd?
Like a
Well,
fillet.
if you're
Fillet.
comparing it to a bag of chips, it's like bigger than like a single serving bag, but not as big as like the family size bag. It's
Like
somewhere in the middle. It's like one of those medium sized bags,
like a lunchtime bag of Doritos, right? Like that you might
Yeah,
get
like the
Cumberland
larger
Farms.
one though.
Yeah.
Cool.
All right,
It helps.
answer.
I have a lot of questions.
All right, I will answer all
All
of
right.
them.
The scabs,
Yeah.
the chip scab. Are we talking little scabs, or are they like good size, like an inch?
I don't know if it matters because it's 6 ounces, but you know what? I'm going to make it like a good size scab.
So it's like a chip, like the size of a potato chip.
Yeah. And I'm also going to add in, just because I can add things in without you asking, they're pretty fresh, so there's like blood on them.
Whoa. I don't know that you can be having us eat blood.
Oh, if I could have you eat scabs, I could have you eat bloody
All right.
scabs.
So
I don't mean like Chainsaw Massacre blood. I mean like, when you pull a scab off and there's a little blood on you and there's obviously blood on the scab, just enough that when you taste that scab, you get the blood.
Okay. All right. So if they're fresh, I'm assuming they're still sort of pliable and not like crispy.
Yeah, I'll give you that. They're fresh scabs.
All right. Okay. Can we salt the scabs?
You could, Lloyd, you could do whatever you want.
You can dip. Okay.
You could dip. You can't.
Dip makes a big difference.
Yeah, you could add flavors to it. Absolutely.
Okay. All right. The urine. We're talking clean, like hospital grade urine, right?
No,
Not
we're talking like
diseased
not
stuff floating in it. I want like asparagus urine or
this.
just
This
like
is
some nice clean beer urine.
all right. Okay, so I understand what you're saying. What I'm saying is this is just a pool that was filled by random people with urine. So you're gonna get some weird urine. You're gonna get some asparagus urine. Yeah, you're gonna get some extremely clean urine, but altogether, it's not necessarily diseased
So it's
urine.
like medium grade urine. All right.
Yeah, it's medium grade urine.
And when I'm swimming in this urine, can I wear goggles? I mean, because shit, I don't want that in my eyes. I wear goggles in a regular pool, so
All right, I'll give you the goggles, but I'll give and take. Goggles, yes, but you're totally naked.
all right. I don't know that matters.
Now
but
it sounds like a party.
All right, goggles. Okay.
We'll go in a different direction for what they would do. Shawnee Mac, what are you doing? The scabs or swimming in the medium grade, as Lloyd calls it, urine?
So I think one of Lloyd's qualifying questions kind of brought it home for me, solidified my choice. I am going to drown the 6 ounces of scabs in hot sauce and go for it.
Whew. All right.
All I'll be tasting is the hot sauce.
All right.
right.
Remember, it's not just the taste. It's what you're doing. You know what you're doing.
Yeah, I'll have to live with that. And
Okay.
and it's a good point.
All right. Chris, what do you got?
I gotta say, you don't have to be Michael Phelps for this choice. You just have to do the doggy paddle. I'm gonna say I'm swimming.
You're swimming buck naked with goggles on in a giant pool filled with warm, medium grade urine.
Yeah. You know what? Forget the goggles. I don't even need them. I don't even need them.
Oh, Shit, that's how pink eye happens, Chris. I don't know. I'm just letting you know. All right, so interesting. We have 3 contestants. We have a split so far. Manster, what are you going with?
As good as the hot sauce option sounds, and that does sound pretty good. I'm a damn good swimmer. I was a swimmer in high school. I can get in and out of that pool pretty quickly with a pair of goggles. Besides, it's nice and warm, and who doesn't like a nice warm hot tub? So you just gotta think to yourself, it's a hot tub, and then just go through. That's what I'm doing.
All right, just hope you don't have any like shaving nicks or a little cut you didn't realize.
Yeah.
Because you're gonna get
the goggles will help.
You're gonna get some kind of foamy fucking infection. All right, all right. So Shawnee Mac is down in a 6-ounce portion of scabs, and fucking Lloyd and Chris are doing a synchronized swimming routine in a fucking pool full of fucking frothy piss. All right.
Yeah.
All right. Number 2. Oh, I like this one. I like this one when I put this one together. Remember when I asked, I'm going to go around qualifications, then we'll go.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So participate in a nursing home orgy or work on the receiving end of a glory hole.
The receiving end.
Receiving end, yeah.
Yeah, so, well, the receiving end. So the glory hole is where...
So it's not your junk in the hole.
Yeah, no, you're working on the junk through the hole. You're the receiving end.
Got it.
Okay, so we'll start with the Manster on this one. Do you have any qualifiers?
When you say work on, do you have, is this hands? Is it...
Mouth.
Okay. All right, so you're working on this
mouth
thing. All right, yeah. Is it someone clean at least?
It's a glory hole. Could be anybody.
Could be anyone. All right.
It could be me.
I've never experienced a glory hole, so I don't know. Well, all right. Yeah, I could be you. All right. In the old folks' home. That's pretty self-explanatory. I don't know if there's any questions needed for that.
All right, so you got your question out. All right, Shawnee Mac, any qualifiers?
Yeah, I do. I have questions. So, receiving end, I think is something completely different, but that's fine. Let's go back to the orgy. I'm all over the place here. Would I know anybody involved? Would I know any of these old people that are getting it on?
That's a good question. I'll be fair and I'll say no. It's entirely strange old folks to you.
Okay. And back to the glory hole.
Yeah.
Does it have to be to completion?
Yes.
Or is there, say, a 5-minute timer?
No, to completion.
Complete the act. Okay.
You got to complete the act, and I'll throw one in for the orgy. You have to complete your act and at least bring 3 other people to completion in the orgy.
Oh, wow.
3, that's a high number.
Yeah.
It's hard enough to do one, really.
Well, these people have tissue paper skin, so it might be much easier. Your touch will go a lot farther, Sean.
Got it. I think I'm good.
Okay. Chris, any questions?
Young man, you remind me of grandson. Yes, so some questions were asked. The glory hole, I'm just assuming, is disease-ridden, what is on the other end. I'm just assuming.
Yeah, you just don't know who is on the other side. I mean, I've never been involved in a glory hole myself, but from everything I've ever seen, it's just an anonymous hole that someone puts their junk through. And then you go to work.
Yeah. Well, I'm thinking if this place stays in business, then you have to have some sort of cleanliness to it.
I mean, from what I've gathered from movies and TV, I'm thinking bathrooms aren't that clean.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, especially does it have to be a bathroom?
Well, where else?
Like an office.
Where do you go and get yours?
Wait a minute. Hold on one second.
Notes now? Let's go.
Hold on one second. Lloyd,
it could be like an office environment. Like, hey, look, check out my glory hole.
Did you just introduce the idea of an office glory hole?
Yeah, I did.
Okay. All right.
It's anonymous.
It's a lot better than thinking it's a bathroom.
Okay. No, this is like a sex shop or a truck stop or,
or
it is a fucking hardcore bathroom that probably hasn't been, cleaned up in a while. You want to run in and out to take a leak or get out and get out of there. I'm sorry, Chris. So
I'm ready. I'm ready.
So, the other question, My Nana's not there. I don't know anybody. You said I have to participate and bring 3 people to completion?
Yeah, you have to come yourself. Yeah,
it's gonna be hard, but not that way. I was gonna say, do I put a foot in and does that count? But no,
you can do whatever you want.
Whatever works.
No, whatever works.
No.
Okay, yeah, no, those are my questions. I think I know.
All right, Manster, are you participating in a nursing home orgy, or are you working on the receiving end of a glory hole?
I am absolutely 100% going to that orgy.
Yeah.
And I'm going to get off three like really cute old ladies and enjoy it.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
For sure.
All right, Chris, which one are you doing?
I think either way, I'm coming away from either of these situations with a new disease. I'm going into the octo pool and having myself a good old fashioned orgy.
Octogenorgian.
Right.
One other thing I wanted to mention. If you know anything, if you've seen the TV show The Boys on Amazon Prime, you know how good it gets with age. A little dry.
I saw season 1 and I bailed.
Oh, you didn't see? Oh, okay.
No.
There's a really funny bit in there with the older women.
Shawnee Mac, where are you going, buddy?
The orgy all the way with this.
Yeah.
But honestly, Lloyd, I think it'd be easier to get 3 guys off quicker.
Yeah, you're probably right.
Yeah.
At that age,
I was thinking the same thing. Thing. If you can even get them semi-hard and you just do a couple quick movements with your arms, make then you're in good shape.
Or you can trick them too and say, yeah, you already finished.
There you go.
They won't remember.
Yeah. Yeah,
so
just bring some lube. Say, we're already done.
So we had a unanimous one on that one. Oh, this is what I call a stew special, because this one involves
pain.
This one involves pain.
Yeah.
And some this one's pretty tough. This one's actually tough, I think, but we'll see. All right. So question number 3. Here are your 2 choices. Right. Remove one of your eyeballs with a spoon.
Oh.
Remove one of your eyeballs with a spoon. The second choice is be tried for treason in North Korea.
Oh.
All right. That I think when you heard me say remove your eyeball with a spoon, you're like, well, obviously I'm not doing that. But then all of a sudden we're involving, the Kim Jong and the nightmare that is that place. So I will start with Shawnee Mac for qualifiers. Do you have any qualifiers for this one?
Boy. This is a tough one. By be tried for treason, you mean shot on the spot, right?
No.
There's no trial.
So here's where I'll just come up with an answer for you guys. In both of these, you're going to live for quite a while. So the idea is you're going to have to do this horrible thing to your body that's going to be a nightmare and cause you all kinds of PTSD. And then you're going to live, but you're going to live probably a pretty normal life over here in the good old US. But the other one is you get tried for treason in North Korea. There's not like that, initial bodily, horror, but you are going to be breaking rocks for years and years until your body just probably gives out. But you're going to be one of the lucky ones. You're not like the people that die within a year. You're going to just survive, and it's going to be years before anything happens to you.
Okay. All right. And the spoon option, I've seen that in movies. Am I allowed to be on any type of, not painkillers, but like hallucinogenic or
nothing?
Anything?
You're doing this straight, and you're doing it with a fucking dull spoon. It's not a spork. It's not like one of those metal camping contraptions. You've got to figure out how to fucking scoop this thing out of your eye, out of your head, like it's fucking ice cream.
Okay. I'm gonna chew on that for a while.
All right.
Yeah.
Chris, what do you got?
With my treason, am I locked up as well as yard time?
Oh, it's the worst. Yard time is your whole day. and then they throw you in like a pit, like a locked up pit at night where you eat your gruel, you shit on the floor that you live on. It's a nightmare, dude. Let me read the card again. Be tried for treason in North Korea.
Do I get appointed an attorney? Do I have a fighting chance?
No. You're a treasonous fuck to the People's Republic of North Korea, and they have just thrown you away. And America doesn't care. They've already forgotten about you. Yeah.
Do I get my ocular cavity fixed after, or do I have to patch myself up?
Well, I mean, you're doing this traumatic thing to yourself, but yeah, you know what? Like the whole idea of it is it's kind of just like the what you're doing, the action, and then like you get to live a normal life again as opposed to the other one. So yeah, you can go and get medical attention, and they can throw a glass. You could be Sammy Davis Jr. if you want. Yeah. You could do whatever you want to do at that point, but it's just it's going to take a long time. It's not going to be easy. It's going to be extremely painful.
No, I'm sure. But, nope. I'm going to mull this over.
Manster, what do you got?
Well, I was going to say, I guess you've answered my question. I was going to say, as an American, I don't think I could be tried and be found guilty for treason in North Korea, since I'm not North Korean.
Yeah, but their rules aren't like, they're all made up, dude.
Yeah, I know. I was trying to find a logical way out of it, but you pretty much squash that. So, do I have a family if this is the case, or am I just a single guy?
No, it's you. You have a family. You've got a girlfriend. You got people you love.
All right, so it's actually me in my current life. All right.
Yeah, you're treasonous ass.
And with the eyeball, I guess you can't have help. I think I would need help.
No, you are your own.
It's kind of hard to do it yourself.
Yeah, no, there's nothing in this said you easily take your eyeball out of your head. You're ripping your eyeball out of your skull with a fucking spoon.
All right. I'm ready. I got it.
All right. Well, I'll go right to you first then.
All right.
What are you going to do?
Well, many people have survived eyeball removal with a spoon, such as the governor. Maybe he didn't do it to himself, but Michonne did it to him, and she did quite a nice job of it.
Yes, that's true.
And so if the governor can do it, I can do it too. So because you'll be better afterwards. You know, you'll have a cool looking eye patch.
Well, like I said, though,
don't disregard that. That's cool.
Like I said, you're gonna have a much more normal life than the North Korea thing, but you're gonna be a haunted man. Like you fucking pulled your eyeball out of your head with a spoon. Nobody gets over that shit. At 89 years old, you're going to be waking up in a cold sweat going, my fucking eyeball!
Yeah, people will be flicking spoons at me and I'll be going back. But yeah, I'm going to pick the eyeball.
All right.
And have a rad eye patch.
Chris, what are you doing?
Yeah, I'm going to go eyeball. Maybe I can do cool looking ones, like in Last Action Hero, have a little target in there, a little smiley face.
Yeah.
Cat's eye.
Yeah. I'm the eye.
Okay, so Chris and Manster going eyeball. Shawnee Mac, are you part of the eyeball crew?
Yeah, I'm going to make it a clean sweep here because as somebody who's worn contacts for 30 years, anything near my eyeball is not a problem. I can get the spoon there. It's just working up the courage to getting the eyeball out.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But you living in, for the rest of my hopefully short life in a North Korea detention center, breaking rocks, there's no reason to live. You'd have zero chance at that point.
Yeah.
I have to say, when you said the eyeball, I thought there's no way I'm picking the eyeball.
Yeah.
That's why I paired that one. I thought that was a good pairing, right?
Yeah, it was great. It's
the only one it works with. Like, there's other painful ones that you can go against, and then you're like, oh, it's 6 of one, half dozen of another. But now it's like shit, I gotta live like this, or I just gotta do this one thing, and then try to hopefully repair my psyche after that.
Yeah.
All right. So here we go into our fourth one. Our fourth one is, this one's another good pain one. And this one I think is going to probably be the hardest for you guys to pick because they both involve leg trauma, but two very different kinds of leg trauma, neither of which are good. So here, and this is one of the more realistic questions too. Get shot in both of your kneecaps.
Ooh.
Or have someone snip your Achilles tendons with garden shears. I think out of all the ones we've ever played before, this is maybe one of the hardest ones ever because this is much more based in reality and there's no easy answer for either one of these. So I'll start with Chris. Give me some qualifying questions.
Oh, wow. Okay. What caliber bullet is going in both my knees?
30-06. Like big
Jesus.
bullet. Big bullet. You can recover from either of these with surgeries and years of physical therapy. But yes, this one here is more about the pain at the moment of. Which one would you choose? And these are both fucking horrendous.
No, that's going to shatter. Well, you can get a replacement.
Oh yeah. That's a caveat right there. They're going to be able to fix you, but it's going to take a lot of work and it is not going to be easy. And you have a lifetime of pain ahead of you. You know, even after you're better, you know, it's not going to be great necessarily.
Now, with the garden shears, we just talking about like, you know, little snipper or
here's what I'll do.
Full blown. Hey, we got a good chunk in snip.
I'm going to make it easy on you guys because this one kind of involves like direct, like, you know, pain. I'm going to make it easy on you. Both of these are going to be like quick. You get shot in the knees. And the garden shears just snap that fucker right into bits. So whatever size it is, it does catastrophic damage immediately. They're not sawing at it. It's not a torturous thing. It's just the idea of, oh my God, what, and it's both. Again, like the knees, it's both legs on this.
Is it done one at a time or one foul swoop?
One at a time, but like immediately one after another. One shot, one snip, one snip.
Mulling it over.
All right. So those are your questions, Chris?
Yes.
Shawnee Mac, what questions you got?
So, from what distance am I being shot?
Pretty close. Like maybe within close range, like 6 feet or so, 5 feet.
And what's clipping my Achilles there?
It was garden shears.
Garden shears. Whew. Okay, I mean, you know, it's a tough one. I'm going to hear what Lloyd asks.
All right, Lloyd. They're relying on your question ability, Lloyd. What do you got?
Yeah. So with, I don't know that we covered this specifically, but with the Achilles tendon, so it's severed and it rolls up like a window shade.
That's what those do, right? Is when they snap, they roll up your leg, right? Yeah, absolutely.
Is it able to be reattached so you have functionality?
Yes, but again, it's traumatic. It's not going to be.
I mean, you're going to be limping.
You're going to be limping. It's going to be a lot. There's going to be multiple surgeries. You're going to always have like pain. Like, you know, and I'm sure anybody that's ever had that, athletes or whatever, I'm sure even though they get better and they're able to play football again or whatever, I'm sure there's always some kind of like, you know, long lasting effect. So there will be long lasting effects from either of these.
Yeah. Can you, I guess it doesn't matter. I was going to ask you if you could change the caliber to a 22.
No.
Damn. How long are you gonna? How long is it gonna be for recovery? Are they the same for each? Does it matter?
What do we have?
Yeah, I'm not a doctor, so I couldn't tell you. But I mean, these are both, like, I've used the word traumatic multiple times. These are traumatic leg injuries. You're like, if this happens on April 1st, you're not better by May 1st. You're struggling around Christmas time and still like getting like your physical therapy in. And, you know, this is going to take a good, like 9 months to a year of your life to get back to where you could be normal again, and then there's still going to be issues, you know, going forward.
Yeah, that's what I was about to say. A guy tears his Achilles in football. You don't see him for a year.
It's a season. Yeah. And those guys have the best medical teams in the world looking after them. You know, I'm not saying your doctors aren't great, but they're not fucking, you know, NFL quality guys.
All right. I'm ready.
Sean, what do you do?
I am choosing to be shot in the knees and just hope they have artificial knees that eventually I can learn to use. I just don't see, especially if you snip both Achilles, you're never recovering from that. I don't see how. It'll never heal, even if it heals, it won't heal correctly. You'll never be able to walk. And look, these are both shitty options, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
But I'm going to get shot in the knees and just hope, I get a prosthetic or fake kneecaps and I can move on eventually.
All right, we're going knees on this one. Chris, what do you got?
I got to say, every time I watch Pet Sematary, I cringe when Judd gets his Achilles sliced. Mm.
Oh, it's brutal.
With the surgical knife. And I gotta say, I've been complimented on my legs, so it would be a shame to see them go.
Yeah, I didn't even think about it with you. You're the guy that wears shorts all year long.
Yeah.
Right?
You need a nice, strong Achilles for that ankle.
Right? And either way, my career is over. But I gotta say, I think the recovery would be quote-unquote better if I was shot in the knees.
All right, so 2 blasts to the kneecaps. Down to old Captain Bucket of Cum over there.
BOC,
the Manster. Okay, what are you taking? What are you taking?
Yeah, buckets. I've had Achilles. I've never had it sliced, but I had an Achilles problem, and it lasted me a long time, multiple years, before I fully recovered. And that was not Achilles. I think having my Achilles sliced is one of my greatest fears. Physical harm type of fears. I'm gonna take the shattered kneecaps and get some new kneecaps afterwards. It'll hurt, sure.
You're probably due for some new ones anyway. So
I'm pretty much due. Yeah, I'm due for a right kneecap anyway.
Right. So you might as well go out with a bang. Like when your doctor tells you eventually in real life, he's like, Lloyd, the right kneecap. He's like, Lloyd's like, you know what, John, can you shoot me directly in the kneecap? For life experience.
Our day has come.
Yeah, the day has come. I can finally blast Manster in the fucking right kneecap.
Right. You'll love it.
All right. Well,
three for the knees.
3 for the knees. I did not know how that one was going to go, to be honest with you. I did not know. All right, so let's get to our second to last question. If you want to check it out, not a sponsor by any means, but the game is called Pick Your Poison. We drop these every once in a while. We have fun with them. It's always a good time. All right. Ooh, this is a good one. All right. Question number 1. Option number 1. Have triplets with someone you only met once. Have triplets with someone you only met once. Or have a corkscrew twisted into your belly button. So this is like a pain or like major life choice here. So I'll go to Manster first. Manster, qualifying questions.
So have triplets. Are we marrying this person? Are we sticking around?
You don't have to marry them. But you are now in this person's life forever, and you are sticking around, and these are triplets. These are triplets. These are 3 fucking identical babies.
3 little human beings that you brought in this earth.
That you brought into this earth, and you don't know this person. Maybe you met one night stand out at the bar, and now this is going to be your life forever. And I'll also add in, you financially, it's just gonna fucking wreck your life. Yeah. Like it's going to also kind of wreck your, everything else. Now you have these 3 kids thrust into your life.
Yep, I get it. Just as slicing my Achilles is a fear of mine, so is having somebody call me up and say, "Hey, we've got triplets."
Yeah.
That's pretty scary.
Yeah.
It's so funny. I thought you were going to say the corkscrew thing. Another pain thing. No, it's more kids.
I'll be honest. One of the my wife picked this one out, but I love this one because I have like a massive belly button thing. Like when I have to wash my belly button out, and I if I get my finger, I'm a big guy, so if I get my finger in there with some soap, I when I touch inside there, it actually makes me kind of shiver. I cannot stand it.
Gets tender.
I can't fucking stand it.
All right. For the belly button thing, well, I guess I shouldn't ask this question because then you can say no.
Okay. All right.
So I won't. Okay. A corkscrew, just a normal side, like something you pull out of your kitchen.
Yeah, normal corkscrew. It'll be as opposed to like the triplets, which are going to be a life burden forever. Yeah. The belly button thing won't physically damage you like as badly as you can imagine, but it will be the most intensely painful thing that you've ever done, and it will last about like 10 minutes. Like it's a 10-minute corkscrew.
I'm not even sure about that, because isn't the belly button just like an aperture? Like it's really just tight opening.
Let me come over to your house right now and put a corkscrew in your belly button. And
I think I could lube it up and work it out.
Jesus.
Stick my pinky in there for a couple days and just get it nice and loose.
Are you talking about undoing your belly button from the inside?
I'm thinking of, just making some a pathway for this corkscrew.
All right, I'm going to go to Sean after that last question. Sean, do you have any qualifiers? That's why you have
to play with these questions.
Okay, so you said 10 minutes of pain. How far in does a corkscrew go?
I mean, pretty far. I mean, it's going to do some damage. You're going to need surgery to repair, and not like the last one. You will get over it, but they're going to have to get in there and they're going to be like, holy shit, this is a mess down here. Looks like someone put a corkscrew in this thing.
Okay. So for the triplets, so what does this gentleman do for work?
What gentleman? The stranger you met?
Gentleman I'm having the triplets with.
Oh, okay. All right. All right.
What is their profession?
It's lower. It's okay. Let's take your salary and divide it by half, and then divide that by half.
Okay.
So you are certainly going to be the person in charge of like you're the breadwinner.
Okay. That changes things. Okay. I'm good.
All right, Chris, any questions?
Okay. The corkscrew. Am I getting like a wine bottle opened? Like as soon as you twist it far enough and then you pull? Or are we talking just twist in, twist out?
I'll let you know what, I'm going to give you this one. You whatever's less worse for you, you take it. It's still a corkscrew in your belly button, and it's still a lot of working. It's 10 minutes of like just, even if they don't pierce anything, they come back out, they're fucking in there with it again. There's going to be a lot of blood. Mm-hmm. There's going to be a lot of trauma. You're going to spend a couple nights in the hospital. It's going to be fairly traumatic.
Okay. For the triplets, how attentive do I have to be?
You're their dad. You're a good dad. You're a good. Yeah.
I don't want to be good dad.
You have to be
already a good dad.
Plus, we just found out you're 100% the breadwinner.
Yeah.
In the relationship, so.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Oh, geez. 3 kids that I just found out, are mine. I have to take care of them? Jesus.
Totally.
That factors into my decision.
All right. Well, then I'm going to ask you guys. Chris, I'll start with you since that factored in your decision. Are you going with the corkscrew into the belly button, or are you having triplets with somebody you met one time?
I got to say, along with my legs, people have said, "My, that's a nice belly button you have." But you know what? I can probably get over that after a while. I'm going to go corkscrew.
Corkscrew in the belly button over taking care of 3 kids. Okay. All right. Fair. I'm not judging. Manster, what are you doing?
I got two answers, but the real answer is the corkscrew. I've got 3 kids of my own, and to have 3 more kids on top of that, and I'm already, I'm towards the finish line. No, I can't start over and raise triplets. However, if this was a younger me, and maybe that other person I met once, maybe that's Brooke Shields. So I'm sticking with them.
All right.
Wow. But yeah, in general, right now, current me, that's the corkscrew.
It's certainly not Brooke Shields because, like I said, they make a quarter of what you make. So
yeah, well, that's before she got in. I met her before she broke out.
She makes more.
She was 12 years old.
Yeah, come on, Lloyd. she makes more than you.
Endless love, baby.
She makes more than you in Blue Lagoon residuals.
Yeah,
and that's not making fun of you, but she's rich. All right, Shawnee Mac, what are you doing?
Yeah. So, if this was going to be more of a partnership, I wouldn't mind having three more children, but I can't be saddled to a deadbeat dad like that. I don't have the bandwidth. So I'm going to go Corkscrew, and a big reason why I'm not that afraid of it is we've recently learned in a horror movie that was just released that you can get stabbed in the gut as many fucking times as you want. Yeah, you're probably going to be okay.
Yeah, absolutely right.
Good reasoning.
Absolutely right.
Yeah,
that is good reasoning. All right, we have reached the end of our questions, and we have one more. So before we hit the one last one, Shawnee Mac, tell everybody out there where they can find you, where they can find your recent review of a film you were just mentioning, and all that good stuff.
Okay, so Horror News Network, that's horrornewsnetwork.net. Check that out. News, reviews, updates. It's your one-stop shop for all things horror. That's where you'll find my wonderful review of this movie that we're alluding to. Connecticut Cult Classics, Scary Larry Dwyer's, awesome double feature he puts on bi-monthly. I'm involved with that. I'm not sure of his website, but it's just Google Connecticut Cult Classics. Pretty sure there's only one, but Connecticut Cult Classics. And then Connecticut Horror Fest coming back September 23rd and 24th this year. If those dates are wrong, John, I'm sorry. Please take that out.
I'll beep it.
cthorror.com. Impressive guests Elvira just announced.
Yeah, that's crazy. That's absolutely crazy.
Love it.
All right, Chris, tell everybody out there about your show, Recent Activity, and your blog.
Recent Activity is a podcast I do with two gentlemen, Andrew Morgan and Shane Beauregard. And we talk about all the TV and movies that come out that interest us, hopefully interest you, and we review them. And we talk at length about the merits of their being out there. And that encompasses our recent activity. We have episodes every week. In fact, our Scream episode dropped this week, Scream 6 review. And I also have a blog, Arguing with Myself, where I write reviews and do some fun stuff like Fun Friday Trivia, talk about things that interest me alone, and hopefully, in turn, entertain everyone else. Yeah, it's just a fun little exercise for me. I enjoy the written word, so that's what Arguing with Myself is.
All right, so check out Argue with Myself, check out Recent Activity, check out Connecticut Cult Classics, Connecticut Horror Fest, and HorrorNewsNetwork.net. All awesome stuff. So let's get to the last one. I think this is a good one. This is another one of those. This is like the last one, kind of, where there's a paying option and there's a life option. And I think these work out pretty well together. All right, here you go. The last one for this episode. Bite a nail file and pull it out as fast as possible. All right. Bite a nail file, metal nail file, bite down on it, and you gotta squeeze on it and pull it out. Or start a 1-year sentence in solitary confinement tomorrow. Manster, gotcha. give us some qualifiers.
Nail file. Are we talking the metal nail files?
Metal nail file,
not like the emery board nail files.
Metal nail file, and whatever teeth you clamp it between and yank it out, it's gonna do some severe damage.
Or repair.
Well, if you got busted up mouth, right. Maybe.
Right. Okay. In a year, would you say a year in solitary?
1 year.
Is that
solitary.
in your home?
No, it's in jail. It's solitary. And it's the kind of solitary where you're like in a dark room for like I don't know, like 20 hours a day, or you know how they do those ones where it's like you come out for 1 hour a day. You're 23 hours in like a hole basically for a year.
Right. Can I have a seat cushion?
You know what? I'll give you a seat cushion.
All right. Thank you.
If you think if you honestly think that helps, I'll give you. You know what? I'll give you a fucking lazy boy.
All right. Oh, sweet.
I'll give you a lazy boy. I'll give you a lazy boy, and I'll give you anything you want to read.
Oh my God. Okay.
Wow.
But it's a year. It's 20 hours in a small little dark cell. Picture all the movies you've ever seen, with The Great Escape with the Cooler King and all that. Picture that.
So Lazy Boy, anything I run or read. No TV though.
No TV, and only 1 hour a day of like any kind of out of the box time, which include
only 1 hour.
Shower, eating. Well, I mean, you'll get your meals slid in, but a little bit of yard time.
Yep.
So that's it. 1 hour.
Okay. All
right, Chris, what do you got? Questions?
The nail file. Is it my nail file?
That's a weird question. I'm going to give you another one. I'm going to just like I gave Lloyd the Lazy Boy. It's a brand new, clean nail file, never been used by anybody.
Oh, thanks, buddy.
So the odds of like infection are very low. It's just your teeth are going to be ripped the fuck out of your head, probably.
Okay. And if I'm in solitary, am I in there for a reason, or is it just for my own fun?
There's a backstory now.
You shouldn't ask questions like that, Chris.
Yeah.
That makes it harder.
Yeah.
Oh boy.
Yeah, it's not for your own fun. You've been put there against your will, as most people who have ever been in solitary confinement have been.
Okay. All right. Yeah.
All right. Shawnee Mac. Okay,
so the nail file, are we permitted to pick the spot in our mouth or replace it?
Yeah, I'm giving everybody a little bit here on this last question. Yes, you can.
Okay. And are we ripping it out or someone else?
Well, here's the caveat. If you do it, like, you will be, like, someone will have a gun to your head to make sure you're doing it at full strength. So by saying that, it's not like, oh, am I ripping it out? Oh, I'm just going to go. It's literally like a gun to your head and someone's going to go, pull it out as hard as fast as you can, or I'm going to shoot your knees out or cut your Achilles tendon. Tied everything together there.
I love it. Yeah.
That's great.
Okay. And in the hole, there's going to be a Lazy Boy?
Yeah.
You might understand here?
You will have a Lazy Boy. You will have plenty to read too.
And we have periodicals. We have a light in there.
Yes. Yeah. I wasn't gonna do one of those. I wasn't gonna do one of those dickhead moves like the last man on Earth. His glasses break. I wasn't doing that.
I was going to say that's the irony. Yeah. Here's everything you want to read, but guess what? No light.
Nope. As a matter of fact, I'll even go as far to say is that like it's fairly temperate. It's not like you're freezing in there. It's not like in the movies when they pull someone out, they're all wet and damp. It's a cozy enough little fucking hole, but you're alone, kind of. Mostly in the dark with a little reading light, a Lazy Boy for like 23 hours a day with no contact at all, except for when the guards come to bring you out, and that's it. 1 year,
okay.
1 solid year.
In that 1 hour, that's all my meals and my rec time?
That's your rec time. It's not all your meals. Okay. It's your rec and shower time. Your meals get slid through a little, the classic little slot in the floor.
I have all the available data.
Sean, what are you doing?
I know how much dental work is, how expensive that can be. Even though that's a quick thing, it's a long process and it's a lot of money. And the way you dressed up being in the hole,
I really sold it.
It doesn't sound that bad.
Yeah,
I'd like to, take a year off, not interact with any other humans. Except minimally, and just kind of reset at the end of a year. I mean, I don't see any problem with that. I think I have to go with that one.
All right, Sean's going in the hole. Chris, what are you doing?
I like Shawnee's reasoning. I was thinking I'm good with being alone with my own thoughts, arguing with myself and all. Not only do I get complimented on my legs, belly button, but my teeth. A lot of people say I have a nice smile. I don't want to ruin that. I think I'm going to the hole.
I was not expecting this. All right, so 2 for the hole. Manster, what are you doing?
Well, I love the hole.
Yeah.
But, I have some chipped teeth. My front teeth are chipped, and I've been trying to figure out a way to smooth them out. So this seems like the absolute perfect situation. However, I'm torn because I would absolutely fucking love to be in solitary for a year, just myself. So I have to pick the greater of 2 good things. So I'm going to go with the hole.
I got to be honest. I'm not saying the 2 thing is easy, but you guys are all making solitary sound like a fucking vacation.
Yeah. I get a year to catch up on my reading?
How long do you think before you go a little fucking crazy?
Oh, I'll be crazy. I mean, I'm already a little crazy, but I can exercise. I have a whole fucking year to exercise. I'm going to come out of there ripped and, have some nice thoughts in my head, and it's going to be good.
They're going to control our diets.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true.
It's a big issue with me.
I'm going to be in good shape after that.
All right. Yeah, no ice cream after 9 p.m.
I'm still going to have the same, jagged tooth, so unfortunately.
All right. 3 for the hole. All right. Well, that's it. That was our Pick Your Poison episode. We've done a lot of these. We've gone through a lot of these cards. I don't know. This might be this might be the retirement of the Pick Your Poison episode, or at least for a while. I think the last one we did, we did one last year. So maybe we'll bring these out once a year or so, but always fun to do these. Always fun to see what people are going to answer with. And
we should have nothing but pain ones, do an episode with Stu with nothing but pain.
Nothing questions. But pain. Yeah. He, Stu and Maggie from our friend from who used to be on the Rock Candy podcast show.
Yeah.
They both had the best reaction to pain ones. There was one with Maggie I remember where it was like put your hand in a toaster, and she was literally acting like she didn't know what to do, like someone was really going to make her do it. I think that's pretty great. Manster, tell everybody where they could find The Pint.
You can find us anywhere. Just Google, any of those podcatchers. We're there. Episodes come out every week. You can give us a review if you could. That'd be great. We have a YouTube channel and Facebook at The Pint, a pop culture podcast. And on Instagram and Twitter, it's at The Pint Podcast. And you can be an Pint Insider on Patreon at www.patreon.com/The Pint.
That's right. And this week, as we've been saying on every episode, The Pint, a pop culture podcast, is a co-production between The Pint, Lloyd, and myself, and our insiders, 2 of which are here with us right now, but I'm not going to call them out right now. I'm going to call out our buddy Ken Maney from the ODPH podcast. Great podcast, covers sports, covers MMA, covers entertainment. They do a lot of stuff over there.
I can't believe the amount of sports they do.
Yeah, they're really dug in on all that stuff. Ken is a really great guy. He did the Expendables 2 with me last year, maybe in the fall time, and they are especially like on Twitter, like one of the most supportive presences out there for independent podcasters. Always like retweeting everything, always pushing people out there. So Ken just actually had a birthday last week. So happy birthday, Ken. Thank you.
Happy birthday.
Thank you so much for all your support, and thank you for supporting the show. And until next time, Manster, do you want to say the words?
See ya.
See ya.
It's over, Johnny. It's over. Nothing is over. Nothing. You just don't turn it off.